Happy Monday and welcome to this month, March's adoption event. Today we have three fosters for you. Our list is a little bit shorter than what was publicized because we've had so many lovely adoptions in the past couple days. So today we have Rambler, Momo, and potentially Iggy for you. We're going to start with Rambler, but right before that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about City Dogs and what we do. So we're a rescue located in Washington, D.C. We don't have a physical shelter, so all the dogs you'll see today are with their fosters in their homes. We've saved over 9,000 pets since 2011. I think that number may have gone up to 10,000. I may be wrong, but I think so. And you can find us on social media at City Dogs Rescue. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can also find us at our website, which is citydogsrescuedc.org. So on that website, you can donate, you can inquire about dogs or cats, you can volunteer, you can foster, and you can find more about all of these lovely pets that we're going to meet today. So we're going to start with Rambler. So Colleen, can you tell us a little bit about Rambler? When is he the happiest?
So this is Rambler here. He's doing one of his favorite things, which is he loves chews, like those edible like chew toys. Like he's not really into like regular toys, but he loves a chew toy. So he's a really chill dog. He's fine to go on really long walks, but he's also fine to just like lay around all day. Like this past weekend, I was under the weather, so I was just laying around a lot, and he was just laying around with me. It was great.
Oh, lovely. Okay. And what do you think Rambler's ideal forever home looks like?
I mean, he's pretty easygoing. Like I feel like he's pretty adaptable, and he loves treats, so he can be trained to do I feel like he could be trained to do just about anything. But ideally, I'd say it's probably a home, maybe with a yard. Probably, ideally, he would be the only dog, but I think because sometimes he like gets too excited around other dogs. But yeah, I think ideally he would be the only dog. But that said, I wouldn't say it's out of the question that he couldn't get along with other dogs.
Okay. Super cool. So Rambler is about 8 years old. He weighs about 68 pounds. He's a bulldog mix. So, including those things, outside of those things, what is your favorite thing about Rambler?
It's hard to pin down because he's really sweet. He's just like a really like sweet old man dog. He gets so excited when I give him treats. Like I give him treats when we're out on walks, and it's gotten to the point where he'll just like walk in front of me and he just looks at me with his like super cute face and is like, "Where are my treats?" So I would say sometimes he'll get like really excited and he'll try and jump, which isn't a behavior I would usually encourage, but because he's older, like he doesn't jump that far. So like, it's really sweet. Like, it's like, he's saying, "I still got it,"
Yeah.
So he's pretty cute. And he can be pretty vocal, which is kind of funny sometimes. Like he'll like bark at my neighbors, and then he'll just make these other weird sounds, which is kind of funny.
Cool. Okay. And outside of walking and jumping and getting his snacks, what does Rambler like to do in a day?
He's pretty chill. Like I've taken him like to like my neighborhood bar before, and we've sat out on the patio. So like he's fine to do that, but he's also fine to just like lay on the couch and like eat and like chew on this. So he's pretty simple. Like he's pretty adaptable.
Great. And is there anything else about Rambler that you think his potential parents should know about?
I would just say he's not initially like a cuddly snuggler dog, but like the longer you get to know him and he gets to know you, like the more he warms up, and he really is like super sweet. Like he's just like a really sweet old man.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rambler and Colleen. Once again, that was Rambler. He is a male bulldog mix, 8 years old, 68 pounds. And you can find out more about him on our website, which is citydogsrescuedc.org, or at his own personal link, which is bit.ly/adopt Rambler. And it's spelled Rambler. Thank you so much, Rambler and Colleen, for coming today. Up next, we have Momo. So Momo is being fostered by Michelle. He is a mixed breed. I have 2-month-old and 12-pound little dog. Weight can always change very quickly with the puppies, so he may not be 12 pounds anymore, but he is 2 months old. So Michelle, what can you tell us about Momo's personality?
Um, his personality is great. I definitely don't think he's 12 pounds anymore. He's a big puppy. He has a great personality. He's super mellow. He's very chill. He's very easygoing. Um, for a puppy, he's really kind of a couch potato, and he's just very, very mellow.
Awesome. And so I'm not sure how long you've had him for. It can't be more than 2 months, obviously, but how much has he
No.
changed since he first arrived with you?
He's changed a lot. So I feel like he's like humongous now. When he got here, these legs came out of nowhere. And when he got here, he was, I had him and his litter mate, and they were flown in from Puerto Rico, and they were very kind of shy, and they seemed to really like people, but they obviously didn't have a lot of experience with DC. So that's been a huge adjustment. But he's really come out of his shell a lot. His confidence has gone um, through the roof compared to when he first got here. And I think he's just a super resilient guy. Like he seems to just sort of take everything in stride. And now it feels kind of like he's always been here. Like he's only been here for 3 weeks, but he's just totally settled in. And um, yeah, he's just like one of our family now. He fits in really well.
Great. And so when is Momo the happiest?
Momo is the happiest on a sunny day, laying upside down with his belly in the sun. He does not like the cold. He does not like the rain. But these sunny days we've had, I don't know if it's because he's from Puerto Rico and he's a beach dog or what, but he is so happy. And he just wants to stay outside all day, which is fine. I just leave the door open for him. And then his other happy place is just in a lap. He's not in my lap right now because I'm feeding him treats, but like 80% of his time with people, he's worming his way into somebody's lap. Like he could just have met you, and if you have a lap, he's cool. He's like, I'll go home with you if you have a lap. So we brought him to the kite festival yesterday, and we were there with our friend, and he totally abandoned me for my friend because she was sitting on a picnic blanket. And he was like, yeah, it's cool. I know you've been my foster mom for 3 weeks, but I'm going to be here with this nice lady and this warm lap, and you go have fun looking at kites. But so, yeah, he loves laps and he loves the sun. I think he's a heat seeker.
Nice. Okay, and I see you have one in front of him, but would you say that that's his favorite toy? Are there any other things he loves to play with?
He will play with anything. Like he's just a baby. He'll play with anything, any toys, any dogs, any people. I have 2 kids. He'll play with my kids. He's just, but this is like how he is. Like if you see him, like some puppies are like jumping on your head and they're biting your hair, and they'd be trying to steal my earbuds, and that's not him. Like he's like this. Like I just took him for a walk before this so that he would be calm, and so I know he peed and pooped and he walked like 4 blocks, and now he's like, I'm good.
Very nice. Okay, and to wrap up, is there anything else that you think Momo's potential forever family should know about?
I want to turn him so you guys can see his face because he's so cute. Say hi to the camera. I know you
Oh,
can't see anything over there. Um, I don't know what else you should know. He's just a really good puppy. I think he's getting a little bit chunky. I think I need to feed him a little less. He really likes food. Um, but he's just so sweet. He loves everybody. He loves his cuddles. In the morning when I take him out, he goes pee and poop right away. He's doing all his pees and poops outside. He's sleeping in the crate overnight. I know, I know. And he does like 2 hours between potty breaks. He's just a really nice, very advanced 3-month-old. Is that right? You're very advanced. Oh, and he knows how to sit if you have a treat.
very nice. Okay, thank you
He's a
so
catch.
much. Yeah, he definitely is. Okay, thank you so much, Michelle and Momo. You can find out more about Momo on his individual website, which is bit.ly/adopt which is spelled MOMO. You can also find out more about him and all of our dogs at citydogsrescuedc.org. Okay, thank you so much, Momo and Michelle. And last but not least, we have Iggy, who is being fostered by Nikki. Iggy is a male coonhound blue tick mix. He's 10 years old and he weighs just under 50 pounds. So, Nikki, hi.
Hi.
Okay, so Nikki, what can you tell us about your favorite moment so far with Iggy?
So Iggy has only been with me for about a week. I picked him up a week ago Saturday, and Iggy, let's see if you can get Iggy in the shot here. Iggy was rescued as a stray in North Carolina, and when he came to my house, the first couple of days, it was clear that he had never been in a house before because he was just really anxious and antsy and couldn't settle and didn't know what to do with himself, and was going to the bathroom inside. And I was like kind of having a little panic moment with Iggy. And I would say that 2 to 3 days in, he understood that he was safe and secure. And it was just like a flip switched. He started laying on the couch and cuddling and going to the bathroom outside. And every day since, he's made like huge strides. And so I know that Iggy is really smart, and with a stable home, he'll be a really perfect pup.
Wonderful. So you've mentioned it a little bit, but what is he like when he's inside, whether that's home alone or while you're here?
Yeah, so Iggy also, you can see that Iggy has one eye. He's our sweet one-eyed hound. And he came to us with a few health problems. And so every day his personality is shining more and more as he feels more comfortable, but also like physically healthier too. And so I think he's still coming out of his shell for a 10-year-old dog. He's kind of the perfect mix between not needing a ton of exercise, but also still having, probably because of his breed or his breed mix, like still having some playful energy, and loves to go on long walks. But once he's been walked in the house, he'll kind of pace around, not sure what to do, and then he'll settle and mostly just want to cuddle and put his head in your lap. And his favorite is snack time. So right now I'm giving him a peanut butter Kong, but he loves like food mind games, food puzzles, things like that will keep him busy, but otherwise he will pretty quickly settle and just curl up and like to cuddle.
Awesome. And so can you tell us a little bit more about what he's like on walks? So how far does he go? Does he like to meet other dogs? That kind of thing.
Yeah. I think as a 10-year-old, he's not super playful with other dogs, but he's really friendly. So he loves to do sniffs and he wags his tail, and then he's like, okay, ready to move on. And same with people. So he has zero aggression in him. He's very gentle. I've had little kids over and he's like, can walk around with them. And so leash aggression is not something that I worried about from the start with him. But like similar to being in a house, it doesn't feel like he's spent much time on a leash. So one weekend he's still learning, but he's so smart and he's learning really quickly. So when he pulls, it's mostly because he wants to sniff something or explore something. And he's not that, I don't know, he's not that strong. So it's not that hard to correct his pulling. But he'll definitely need some just continued support as he learns how to, be a dog.
Awesome. And this is kind of a silly one as our last official question. If Iggy had to get a human job, what would he be good at?
I feel like Iggy would be so happy living on a farm and herding his people or his animals, like planting things. He loves sniffing things out. And I think if he could choose a life, it would be living on a farm.
Awesome. Do you have any final thoughts, any last things that you think that Iggy's potential forever family should know about?
No, it's just Iggy's just such a sweet old man. And he was on the euthanasia list the week that he was rescued. And it was a whole bunch of city dog volunteers that pitched in to get him to DC. And so, you know, he's just like very grateful for another shot at life. And whoever home he goes to will be very lucky to have him.
Oh, very sweet. Awesome. Thank you so much, Iggy and Nikki. You guys can find more about Iggy at his personal website, which is bit.ly/adoptable-iggy. Iggy is spelled IGGY. You can also find more about Iggy, Momo, Rambler, and all of the dogs that we have available for adoption at our website, which is citydogsrescuedc.org. So once again, I want to thank all of our fosters for today for attending. I want to thank the audience for watching, and I hope you guys have a great Monday night.